Not everyone knows that your sim can go through a midlife crisis or an early midlife crisis, and when it happens, it can be really annoying because they just completely lose the plot, and it gets worse and worse and worse if you ignore it. It's a feature that came with The Sims 4 Growing Together. So today we're gonna build a getaway where your sims can go there and figure out their midlife crisis. But first of all, let's thank our sponsor. Thanks to Disney Dreamlight Valley for sponsoring today's video. I have an exclusive sneak peek into the latest expansion coming out in November, Disney Dreamlight Valley Wish Blossom Ranch. Wish Blossom Ranch is an alpine paradise, and I am so excited to be riding horses and to build my own dreamy ranch. I have also been told that horse riding at a full gallop speed is actually quicker than when you glide in the base game, so I think that'll be super handy. You can also befriend your horses through interacting with them, and you can feed them, groom them. They can also help you with your garden by watering it and help you dig up collectibles and resources. And yes, you can ride them in your base game valley. I'm looking forward to taking a scenic ride on Dazzle Beach. There are a few more of our favorite Disney characters coming in this expansion, the lovely Snow White and Tinkerbell. You may also recognize Maximus from Disney's Tangled, who can also be ridden. They just had a big showcase live stream showing all of this plus more, but if you missed out on watching it, you can watch the replay on the Disney Dreamlight Valley official YouTube channel. Disney Dreamlight Valley Wish Blossom Ranch will be available on November the 19th, 2025 on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, and you can wishlist it today on most of these platforms. Click the link in the description below to find out more. And I can't wait for it to come out. I'm excited to go horse riding. So thanks to Disney Dreamlight Valley for sponsoring today's video. So there are 4 different kinds of midlife crises. The first is a desire for adventure, so going to new places and having new experiences. The desire for a relationship, so getting to know other sims, maybe meeting a significant other, which is perfect for a getaway because you can meet lots of other sims. A desire to create, so creative activities like painting, knitting, that's an easy one. We'll put a whole heap of creative items in our build. And then there's a desire for success, which is focused on improving skills, so we'll have lots of items for skill building. And it can also be achieving career promotions. I also got this idea, I swear, from another video I saw on YouTube, and I went back to find the video and I cannot find it anywhere. So if anyone knows a creator who's already done this, please let me know in the comments down below, because it was probably the video I saw that I now can't find to credit. So I decided to build in the world of Selva Dorada from The Sims 4 Jungle Adventure, because I thought if you're having a midlife crisis, you want to go somewhere new, somewhere different, let's just plunge into the jungle. And also your sims can adventure around the jungle there. And also if they're wanting to spend money and buy new things, you could find treasure, sell it, and then use that money to buy more stuff. I decided to go for kind of well, I guess I'm being inspired by a few different aesthetics. Moroccan, we're using the Moroccan pack quite a bit in this, which we're using right now for the stairs. Although I just changed it. But yeah, we're going with like a Moroccan, Mediterranean, Spanish temple style, and probably a lot of items from Jungle Adventure and the Moroccan kit. And yeah, I didn't really have a huge plan. I did do a few sketches when I was in bed last night, winding down. So I kind of had a general plan for the shape of it or some ideas, but it was a pretty loose plan. So I'm largely making up it as I go. But I have found recently drawing some ideas has really helped me come up with better builds, I think. And also it just makes it more enjoyable having an idea of what I want to do, and I've put it down on paper already. In terms of how many sims can go on this getaway, I think we could have 8 sims. We're gonna have guest rooms. We're also gonna have staff rooms because I wanna have some staff to actually clean up the place and go to the bar, serve drinks, cook some meals. And it's just gonna be a beautiful place you could escape to and recenter yourself. So in the Moroccan kit, I decided to go with the bright white swatch, and we're going to combine it with a terracotta like tile and then a brown terracotta orange exterior. And I love the contrast between the white and the orange once we get there. And I'm also starting this off as a speed build. I saw a couple of comments saying, can you do a speed build again? And I use the term speed build loosely because back in the day, I used to set this to 500 times my building speed and I would include the whole thing in the video. Now it's only double speed just because I get motion sickness and I cannot imagine watching something at 500 times the speed. So we're just doing double speed and including the important parts. Right now we're creating the corridor. That's going to be an open corridor with these gorgeous arches. I love these from the Moroccan kit. And that's going to be where guests can sleep. They have private bathrooms and then we turn it into an L shape and add on some staff sleeping areas as well. I think one room's going to have twin beds too, in case you did want to take the kids, you could. And although I haven't placed kid items on the lot, I was thinking this is more like adult Sims having a midlife crisis. They need to get away from the family and focus on their critical self-care. And it was fun building in a different style. I haven't built with the Moroccan kit for ages, so it was really nice to return to it. We're going to have a pool. And actually, one of the things that a lot of Sims get the objective for during a midlife crisis is to actually build a rocket ship and then go into space. So we're even going to have a basement rocket ship that's built underground, and hopefully it can explode through the floor that's open. And yeah, you can go to space that way. So that's pretty cool, I thought. Kind of random. I mean, you could definitely cover it up if you don't want it on the lot, but I thought it was a bit of fun and very Sims coded. I also really liked the look of this staircase. I was looking, I think it's some Moroccan buildings, and I was inspired by this. Or maybe I was looking at Spanish buildings. But anyway, I looked up a few inspirational architectures. Sometimes I look at Google images of stuff to try and get some inspo. And I love putting all of this foliage across it. I think most of this foliage is from Jungle Adventure, which is cool. I also circle through the lighting a lot in this build because I was really trying to get an idea of what the true color was of those orange terracotta walls. And I just love the white and that orange color. I think that looks so pretty. And also with all the greenery, it's just like, I want to go here. I think it'd be so nice. And I also loved putting the curtains behind the archways too. I thought that was really pretty. And we're going to have meditation area, fitness area, yoga area, which we will furnish together in real time. I'm just doing the exterior of the build as a speed build. So we'll get that soon as well and focus on that together. And the pool, we're going to be doing an arch pool. Recently, I know someone who's put in a pool and they've done a beautiful arch shape. And I was like, yes, that's perfect, because it kind of reflects the archways in the build as well, reflecting that shape, which I thought was quite nice. And I also created this. Was more inspired by Spanish buildings I was looking at. It would usually be in like a dark wood. I turn it into a light wood, and it's just, I guess, a canopy, and it's just using the base game spandrels, and then we're going to place some greenery over it. And in terms of roofing the place, I really wanted to keep this cubic temple style. So I just ended up making it a little bit more contemporary by putting green gardens on top, because I think the greenery looks so cool. So that was actually a really easy way to do the build without worrying about doing complex roofing. Although I think it would be cool to also do some beautiful, like more triangular and curved temple roofing as well, if anyone ever wanted to renovate this. I just thought I'd stick with that more blend of contemporary style, because that's usually what I lean towards. And yeah, there's also going to be plenty of room for socializing as well, because a lot of Sims just need to get out and socialize when they're having a midlife crisis. And I also did a vote on what build to do next, and this is the idea that won. But I saw a lot of people also asking for a boarding school. So I think I'll do a boarding school next, which is something I've been wanting to do. When I first heard about the pack, I think Little Simsy has built a boarding school as well. So I'm curious to see what activities she included, because I've already made a plan for mine. But if you guys have any ideas, let me know what you think we should include. But I've already sketched that out as well, and I made a whole plan for the getaway schedule too. So I'm looking forward to that build, but that'll be another big one. And also not sure which world to build that in. Maybe in Brightchester from The Sims 4 University. And yeah, I just love the shape of this pool, and I love the greeny more natural pool color. I think that's so pretty. And we're going to put the Jungle Adventure moss over the top and some lily pads to make it look a little bit more closer to the nature of the jungle that's right next door. And I thought the trim around the pool was so pretty too. And then this is our rocket ship area. So see how it's open. The idea is you'll build the rocket ship and then it can take off from the basement. And I really hope that it does work. I think it will, because I asked James and he said, he actually gave me the idea. He said he's done this before, because I was saying, I don't really know how I'm going to fit a rocket ship in. And he said you should do it in the basement. And it did work for him, this kind of thing. So fingers crossed it does work in the build. I just thought it was such a cool idea and a great idea. So thank you, James. And then downstairs, we're also going to have another pool area. It just looks a little bit more cool, dark and damp down here. And we're also going to put the hot tub downstairs in the basement for a little bit of romance in the basement. But anyway, let's get ready and furnish this in real time together. I actually cannot wait to get into it. Okay, so I was thinking we can put the kitchen here behind these archways and the dining room here, and then over on this side can be the art room and crafts room, because I definitely remember during my Sims midlife crises, they want to knit a lot of the time. For whatever reason, they just want to knit, you know? So we will do that after the kitchen, but I like this wallpaper. I think this is quite pretty. And do we want to have this maybe in the corner? Oh, I just got rid of my corner item. These are from The Sims 4 for rent, these cabinets. Because I don't really like the Jungle Adventure ones very much because the handles are just so ginormous. Like, look at the difference between the handle sizes. They're so huge. Like, I feel like Sims wouldn't be able to get their hands around it. We'll also need some bins too. And I also like how we have these Jungle Adventure, like this plate rack we can use here. We also need to make sure we get some fridges so we don't forget that. Actually, let's do our kitchen checklist because your girl always forgets the fridge. And I don't know if we want to use the Jungle Adventure fridges. I'm not actually a big fan of that one. I kind of like this one, or maybe, I guess for a community lot, industrial looking fridges are good. So we'll just go those plain ones. And another thing with getaways is sometimes all the Sims love to cook together, and it's just like there's a lot of Sims in the kitchen. So I'm gonna do double fridges. We might do a kitchen island as well that we can add some extra appliances onto if we can fit it in comfortably. Oh, I don't think I can fit the bin in here. Okay, we might need to just kind of position this holding down Alt to get it where we want it to be. I'm not gonna put any bar stools here because we don't actually want our Sims to sit there. We want our Sims to actually sit at the dining table. That's what we want them to do. I like these growing together ovens because they don't have a back on them, so they just fit really nicely next to each other. And I also like how we can have blue here that will also tie into, that will blend into our blue dining room. We can have our windows next to them. We also don't want to have a sink next to a stove. That's a little odd. We need a range hood. Technically, you actually don't need to have range hoods, but we want to do range hoods. We'll do gold ones because gold is fun. Again, we're going for a bit of an industrial look. This place looks like an older building that has been renovated to become a bit of a cool place to go. So parts of it can be kind of fun. Oh, ceiling fan. I always forget about ceiling fans, but I think in Selva Dorada, you would probably love to have a fan. So we'll do that. We will include that. And also I'd like some lighting above here too. Actually, let's do the Home Chef Hustle hanging shelf. And then that can be like our hanging focal point that isn't pendant lights. And then we can just have down lights on top of that. Yeah, looking good. What else do we need in here? Well, we've got to use a blender because blenders are the new everything that we got with Getaways. And also they are so convenient. They're actually such a good item to have in the game now because you can just whip up drinks so quickly. We'll put 2 in here because again, this is a getaway and many Sims may try to use them at once. I don't know why I'm struggling to pick the blender color. Let's just go the matching blue with the other stuff. And then we want to get a dishwasher in here too. The dishwasher can be over on this side. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go like a half dishwasher just so it doesn't take up as much space because I like having my corner piece. I suppose a microwave is always handy to have as well. And then if you're going to be on a getaway, you might want to make yourself a coffee. So we'll get a nice orange coffee machine, or gold because we're doing a lot of gold. No, let's go orange. And I love when my Sims can make tea. So we're going to have a lovely tea station here as well. Also, if they get sick, which they can get sick when they're having a midlife crisis because they get pretty run down, you can have a tea and it will help get rid of that sick moodlet, which a lot of people don't know that. Okay, I think I've ticked everything off the list for the kitchen. Please don't have forgotten anything. So now we're just gonna add some decor in here to make it look prettier. I mean, obviously you'd probably have fruit in the jungle, but honestly, we do want to have bench space for Sims to be able to use. So I won't take up all the room with clutter. Oh, wait, these shelves, if I remember correctly, these shelves are really annoying for putting objects on. Yeah. Look, I'll put a few random things up here, like labeled canisters and such. And then I think on these lower shelves, we're gonna have to get a little bit creative. Let's get our handy dandy surfaces here, size them down. These are just little shelves. These shelves you can place objects on much more easily. And then we can just place things this way. It's a little bit easier. Okay, cool. That just fills it up a bit more. Oh my God, I don't know who did the slots on shelves in Jungle Adventure, but it makes me feel like few items can be actually put on them. It's funny because with the later packs, I feel like everything's working a lot better now than these earlier packs like Jungle Adventure. I'll pop a drink tray over here. Lovely. Okay, kitchen is looking great. My only concern is like maybe we do need a bigger archway here, like this big one, but it doesn't come in that beautiful blue color, which I really like. I'm just worried Sims won't be able to get in and out as easily. Maybe I'll do this one. Okay. Now, in here, we want to put some dining chairs. And I also quite like overlapping rugs. I think it can create a nice effect, especially in this kind of build. And also it can introduce some other colors too. So it's not just like the same color palette. So the idea is everybody can eat together at mealtime if they want to. We can actually do these blue dining chairs, which is perfect, that match this table. And maybe we'll put something in the middle of the table, like a very little plant. Very little. Actually, I'm gonna size it up. No, we'll keep it little. Wait, no, that just looks too small. Hydrangeas. And now that looks too big, so we're gonna size that down. I don't know if hydrangeas would be found in the jungle, but maybe they would. We could also have some kind of fireplace in here. I love this fireplace, but I feel like it doesn't look like it should be indoors. Or we could do a big painting on the wall. Where are those Jungle Adventure glyphs? Here they are. Yeah, these are pretty cool, and they can be a little colorful if you want, although I think I like it in just the stone style. We can have a glyph here, very nice. A nice feature armchair in the corner, so they can have their banquets in here. Gorgeous. So next door, I was going to have the kilns in this room here, just so they're a little bit separate. And these are from Businesses and Hobbies. I'm not sure if these pop up as an activity you need to do during a midlife crisis, but in any case, I think they're still nice to have as part of our arts and crafts room. And also have a couple of tables to just put stuff on. And also another thing that Sims like to do during a midlife crisis is that they sometimes want to admire different artworks. So we will also make sure to put up some different artwork around the place to inspire them as well. So if you are wondering why I'm putting up so much artwork around the place, that's why. Because I think they need to look at about 10 different artworks. I've just placed in a whole heap of random stuff here from the painter's kit because we really want to make this look like a nice arts and crafts room. And I really wish that hobbies classes could work. When you're on a getaway, that would be so good if hobbies classes worked, but unfortunately, I don't think they do. I have a couple of chairs here to work on, a woodworking table, just in case anyone wants to do some woodworking working in here. A collection of items to paint. I also vaguely remember Sims wanting to play with clay blobs. Don't quote me on it, but that may be involved in a midlife crisis as well. Oh, the fans don't disappear when you put walls down. Bummer. I'm gonna create a bit of a circle with easels around this central part, as if everyone is having a go at painting this. And we'll have a couple of painting carts next to them as well. And I'll place a couple of different easels too, just to mix it up. I'll put a couple of the cross-stitch kits up here too. And why not have a couple of knitting chairs that you can sit in and rock in? It's just that creative space for everyone to enjoy. And I think at some point we should definitely also do a specific getaway for creativity too. There's quite a few getaways I do want to build. Lots of inspiration on the walls here too. I believe shaping bonsais is also another task Sims want to do, so I'll put those in there. Stuff like flower press and flower arranging and all of that. Candle making, jewelry making, I'll let you guys place if your Sim needs that, because you can just enter build mode during gameplay as well. But this is at least a start for this room. It covers most of the stuff you'll hopefully need. And I'll just add some other paintings around the place. That's so pretty. That's from Adventure Awaits. I'm pretty sure Sims should be able to still admire these even though they're up higher. And that is the creative space. I'm just gonna add a dark green wall for a little bit of difference in colors. I just feel like that looks nice. Upstairs, I do want to have a fitness room. Sims might want to work out. And you know what? I'm gonna keep this as a crisp white, refreshing room to go into, because I think we'll use a lot of other colors throughout all the other rooms we build. I'm just gonna pop some random fitness equipment in here. Definitely going to have the new weights area. Maybe I'll put that on its side. We'll have the new bikes too. But this should give enough room to do a weights session and listen to music, because the Sims will need a bit of space to move around too. And maybe just a couple of plain mats. These are from Laundry Day and I really love these mats. They're just so handy. Actually, I'm only gonna have one in the weight area. We can have some inspiring posters for fitness, because in Adventure Awaits we got these modern pictures for the gym. Or maybe the light blue is good. Yeah, actually I love that light blue color. And I also thought these were really cool, these window panels. Okay, simple but nice fresh gym. And then out here, there's a telescope, because that is one stunning view. Can you imagine? Under this canopy area, I was thinking about having desert luxe stuff and a bar. Maybe the bar could even be presented on an angle like this. I need to make sure it's nicely lit up at nighttime. And I guess we'll actually have music from the gym technically, so I'll get rid of that. And the bin's there to help clean up stuff from the bar if you're trying to keep the place neat and tidy, and so the Sims don't take forever to clean up. We can have these hanging candelabras, which are really pretty. We'll do them in brown. And I really like these tables and chairs from the Riviera retreat. I think blue would be nice with the orange. So they can also have a barbecue up here and then sit at these tables. And this fireplace looks so perfect right here. So we could turn this into a lounge area with this beautiful couch. A lounge and Moroccan tea area. And for anyone wondering, the Moroccan kit is called, I think the Courtyard Oasis kit. These end tables are from Desert Luxe. I was actually looking at some big succulents to put on our deck. Basically, I'm looking for plants that love being neglected and dried out. And as long as the succulents, I think, have good drainage, they're pretty easy to look after usually. So that's my plan. And I want to put some stones in it like this. I think that will look cool too. I feel like we need to have a rug out here, an outdoor rug. Even one that looks a little bit worn out, like this one is pretty cool. Ooh, or there's this one from Batu. So instead of being a rug, it's more of a flooring focal point, which I quite like. That's lovely. Okay, so that's a great spot for socializing. In here, I've put together a yoga studio with a fountain and some candles. I think that looks so pretty. And I really like this little stool because I feel like the green color of the stool ties in really nicely to these tiles from Jungle Adventure. So this is an instructor's yoga mat and it fits perfectly in this space. And I've deliberately kept the lighting a bit dim so it's moody for yoga. Just looks like it would smell good. We really need to plan out our bedrooms. I'm thinking we do different colors for each room. These side tables are from Desert Luxe. The canopy bed, I think, is from The Sims 4 for Rent. And all of these packs, they actually are coming together so beautifully. I really like how it's all looking, because now we're introducing some Thai influence as well in Southeast Asia. Oh, that lamp is quite pretty. Now we've got the Japanese kintsugi influence as well. We're kind of going with a whole heap of different styles. Going to add a jungle adventure tapestry. And I think the bedrooms should just be really simple, because it's almost like a wellness retreat, okay? You don't need much to look inside of yourself. You have that to focus on. You have your critical self-care to be focused on. And I think for the bathrooms, I love these blue jungle adventure tiles. And I love the idea of the bathrooms being blue, because it's literally reflective of the color of water, or working with the color of water. So I might make them more or less the same. This room can be the blue room, the blue and yellow room. So we'll do slightly different beds and stuff. This one can have a costume chest in the corner. I feel like a costume chest could maybe come up as a midlife crisis. I'm not sure. But just in case, there's one bedroom with a lovely costume chest for any Sims feeling like a bit of fun. I'm using the same tapestry in each bedroom, but trying to tie it into the color scheme. This room can be the red room. I've also done some jungle landscaping to try and blend it into their outside surroundings. I often say red is my least favorite color for interior design, but I actually think this room is pretty cool. We also could do a feature wall on the bed heads, but it might just be making it too complicated. I think plain and simple is probably best. This bathroom is a little bigger. It's got a bathtub. Maybe that doesn't need to face the bathtub. So this is the red room is the special big bathroom room. This is another green room, but it's slightly different again. Different side tables, different candles. And this one could be a staff room, because it's, I guess, a bit separate to the other rooms. And it shares this bathroom with the twin room next door. Maybe the orientation makes more sense going this way. This room could also be a good staff room, because the staff could have the twin beds. This mirror from Jungle Adventure is actually one of my favorites as well. I definitely want to use that one. Those rooms look great. Then our rocket ship area is down here. It fits hopefully perfectly, and they can still build on it. Down here, I'm placing some archaeology tables, because I just thought that would be handy if you're going into the jungle and then you want to work on that archaeology skill. But the basement's pretty plain. This hot tub is kind of weird because it's in the underground dungeon. Next to the rocket ship. But there is this lovely old plunge pool down here. I do feel like we need a computer room of some kind, just in case your Sims need to work on a promotion, or I don't know, there's some other computer skill they want to work on, or if they want to write a book. Even though not being on technology in the jungle also sounds like a really good thing for a getaway, the midlife crisis might require these tasks to be done. What other artwork do we have in these paintings? Already placed that one downstairs. We don't want to reuse that. I really like that one though. Might need some extra windows in this building. That's better. It was looking a bit dark in there. Oh, I think look at a tragic clown painting is actually one of the requirements. Let's put the tragic clown painting in here. I just remembered that. I'm really glad I did remember that. Ooh, I like all of these flowers. Okay, so some more paintings to look at here. We could put some nice flowers in the middle here, or a big leafy plant of some kind, like a fern. The base game classic. You can't go wrong with this one. There are many indoor plants in this place. Add some pens as well and just make this look like a nice friendly study space. Also some bookshelves. Oh, I just realized I had a tree on the other side. Well, let's put a comfy chair here. That's nice. I'm gonna add the dark green wall in here as well. I just think that looks really nice, the light and the dark greens together. At the very top, we should have a music room. Again, I'm not sure if music is one of the midlife crises. I think one might be writing a song from memory. So we shall have some instruments to pick from up here. A piano, we'll have a microphone, and some chairs to sit in to have a jam session up here. I want it to look like you can just sit around a table together and just play music. We can have some more Moroccan tea. I'm guessing isn't Moroccan tea like peppermint and a sweetener in it, I think. I don't think I've ever had it before, but apparently it's really yummy. And we can have a wall of records and CDs, CD artwork here. Then we need a nice rug to tie it all together. We could size up this cats and dogs or the laundry day rug is quite nice under here. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, may as well pop an extra sun lounger out here as well. Now, I really do think if you're having a midlife crisis, a tattoo might be something you want to get. Like, I hear that's a pretty common one in real life. I don't know about The Sims. So let's do a tattoo table room in here. I feel like we need some kind of cabinet. Oh wow, I've never used this item before, but that's really cool. It's like a tapestry with little grims on it from Life and Death. Oh, that's so pretty. Gotta remember to use that. I mean, this is okay because it does come in a blue color. Pretty industrial looking, but it does work with our colors. Oh, we can use this from hobbies and businesses. Businesses and hobbies. I always say them around the wrong way, don't I? I suppose you would have a mirror. Oh, I've already placed one over here because you'd want to look at the work once it's done. And I just like the color coordination of these two pots. I think a comfy chair is a good thing to have because you'd probably want someone to come with you because it would be scary. At least I would want someone to come with me. I'd be scared. Although sometimes if I'm scared about something, I want to go by myself because then I feel more scared if I have someone else to lean on. Does that make sense? It's like I'm braver by myself. And then if I'm with someone, especially my mom, I'll turn into a baby and be like, ah. Oh, there's also the ring light. I think that's meant to be used for tattoo studios as well. There's also a bathroom on the side of the studio so they can go wash their hands and have a sink. What should we put out here? A massage table? Because it's kind of similar. I mean, why not? Why not have a massage out here? May as well whilst we're at it. And let's just put a manicure chair out here too. Actually, no, that seems a little strange. I tell you, this place has everything. And then up the top, I put some more bonsai trees and meditation cushions. Oh, okay. I think that's everything. I think we're done. Oh my gosh. Wow, it actually looks pretty gorgeous. Like, I love that the entrance to the jungle is right here too. There's also public toilets. I wish I could remove that. But it's in a gorgeous location. It's right next to a waterfall. So yeah, let's have a look at it. I might actually go into live mode. So let's have a nice look at it in some afternoon lighting. So that's the outside and it sits on this rock cliff. Not on a rock, it's a cliff. And I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And there's so much to do. And yeah, I think it's made to look a little trendy, like it's been updated a bit. Or it might be a new building, but it's definitely got some traditional elements too. Oh, and before anything else, we do need to actually create our custom venue. I might do a default creativity retreat, and it's going to be called Midlife Crisis Retreat. Oh, but then you have like these other roles. Okay, well, let's just limit the roles to guests. We can have 8 guests. Do I want to allow kids or just adults? I'm gonna say young adults to elders because I don't think younger Sims experience burnout. And then we'll have staff. We can have 2 staff and their overall activities will be doing chores and cleaning and fixing anything that's broken. We also want them to serve meals and tend the bar. Oh, and we should do a nice outfit. Let's do white boho look and we'll see what that turns out like. Okay, so at breakfast time, the guests can eat and be friendly. Then they do arts and music, which includes pretty much everything we've placed that's arts and music, so that's perfect. Then at dinner time, they can mix and mingle. Then they can have free time. I'm gonna add at 1 p.m. more free time for them to do fitness or socialize or do really whatever they want. Yay, cool. Okay, let's take a sim over to our custom venue in Selva Dorada. And we have arrived at our midlife crisis retreat with all these other sims who are maybe having a midlife crisis as well. So it's 9 a.m., which is have breakfast time. So that's what everyone should really be doing. Socializing, making breakfast in here. Oh, nice, you guys are cooking. I feel like they need to tune having their staff make food a little bit more. But anyway, while they're doing that, let's have a tour of our beautiful retreat. So this is our kitchen. Love the tile work. And like I told you guys, a lot of Sims cook, so it's good to have a lot of space. It's good to have bins and a couple of stovetops. Then when they finally do want to sit down, this will be our dining room, which is also very nice. I would love to dine in here. Oh, look at the pool in live mode with the dragonflies. I love that there's a ghost here too. There's fireflies. And I just really, really want to sit in that pool. That looks so comfy. In here is our art studio with our green walls. It does look inspiring. It looks like a creative space to me. And it looks like our Sims are getting ready to begin their arts and crafts. So these two are jumping on the pottery wheels. The kilns are in here. Also some surfaces to put stuff. Good to see you guys doing your pottery and bonding. Yeah, quite like this space. The bedrooms are in here. So they're technically open with the archways and then having the curtains in front of them to close at night, which some of you guys might be like, oh, that's weird, but I thought it was nice to have it all open and airy. So here's the green room. We've also got our blue bathrooms that are all more or less the same, but I just love the colors in here. Got our fountains down this corridor too. Our bright blue and yellow room with the costume chest furnace. Then in here is the red room. Perhaps the costume chest could have been in here. This has the bigger bathroom. Oh, and if you're wondering how to get down to the rocket ship, it's actually down here. We have this room, and then last of all, the twin room is at the end. So if you do come downstairs, you've got the archaeology tables, the hot bath down here, steaming away. We've got the hot tub as well, and where you can build the rocket ship. I also want to see if they can actually build this. So let's select that and see if she can. Oh no, it says she can't. Oh no, so we might actually have to delete one of these walls. Okay, I just had to delete one wall and she can begin building it. So I'll upload it with the deleted wall. So it doesn't look as pretty, but this way it'll actually work. We have our spa area. I mean, not our spa area, our bar area up here. It looks like the staff is at the bar, which is good. Oh my gosh, that view is insane. Then the gym in here. I like how light this gym is. It looks airy and it looks like it's fresh. The yoga studio, which I also really like. And I love that there's even a water feature in it. I mean, how relaxing. I knew Sims would be in our library computer room. I knew it. They just can't get away from that technology. I don't blame them though. And we've got a chess table out here, a lounge. And then, oh, of course we have our tattoo studio. Where are you guys all going? Oh, it's free time. Yeah, we've got our massage tables here, very nice. And for that real midlife crisis moment, you can come and get a tattoo. And you may come home and regret it, but it's here if you want it. There's also a bathroom. We have our telescopes and our meditation cushions. Really pretty. And then in here, sorry, my camera angle is so bad. This is our music room. And I just think this is such a nice space. I don't think I've made a music room for a long time. It just looks like a really fun space to jam in and quite inspiring. And it also looks like a Sim has used the guitar because I did not place that there. So it's been in use. Oh, and look, she's using the telescope with her free time. Nice one. And wow, that waterfall does look amazing. So yeah, if your Sims need to have a getaway, if they're having one of those midlife crises, then I will have this on the gallery. You can download it under my username Deligracy, and feel free to edit the lot or use the same idea. Like I said, the idea may have come from another creator whose video I couldn't find, so unless I dreamt it, which is also possible, hopefully one of you guys knows, or one of you guys saw the same video and I can credit them in the comments down below. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I love this build. It's quite different to what I usually do, so that was a lot of fun. As always, thank you so much to my amazing members for your support, and also thank you to Disney Dreamlight Valley for sponsoring today's video. Definitely check it out. It's a really lovely, cozy game that I enjoy playing. There's a link in the description down below. But most of all, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world, and I can't wait to speak to you all soon. Dag dag!